Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Premier League review, match day 5. Match day 5. It's like, it's a bit scary with
5 games in.
With 5 weeks in. We were just saying just before, I think one more than another international break. Killing the vibe again.
Ruining it.
Ruining it, exactly. That's exactly it. I'll tell you what, it was supposed to be a big weekend, but it sort of felt like it fizzled. There wasn't as much drama as I thought there would have been.
We just needed one game to go against the grain.
Yeah.
Like a Liverpool draw, that would have been a big one.
Mm-hmm.
But it just set it up for Liverpool gaining some room in the title race already.
5 clear, 5 games in. That's pretty scary considering they've been quite
what's that?
average.
They've got 6 from 7, including the Community Shield.
Yeah. And all the late winners and all the 1-goal victories as well. Like, they can't really play much, not worse, but yeah, like they've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
And they're still where they are.
Well, it's scary because they're still getting like sharpness into Isaac.
Yeah, they're still working him in.
Yeah, working him in, but obviously I feel like they're hoping to get everyone peaked by like AFCON because
that's when
Salah goes away, and then I think Slot gets to play the tactics he wants to play.
Not just Salah orientated.
Not just accommodating Salah, because that's not like nothing against Salah, nothing against Slot, but you've got one of the best forwards. You have to put him in your system. Your system has to work with him.
Good point. And I think it's something that it's hard to. I'm always a big Salah supporter, but I know, and it's valid why people are sort of not anti-Salah, but questioning, because he does nothing for 90, but he'll bag. Like, that's what he does.
Yeah. Everton, Madrid and Everton, he kind of showed glimpses of last season, but yeah, he seems like he's less involved, hoping to grab a scrappy goal, which nothing.
He's been doing it though. Yeah. Another assist in the weekend. You got to hand it to him. Let me start with a big talking point. I want to start with mine, which is, I think we're going to finally get a relegation battle, or like not the same 3 up and down, because
scrap. Yeah,
I've got the stats here. So Sunderland are like top half, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss, and really could have won yesterday if things had gone their way. Leeds, 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 loss. They're sitting 12th. Absolutely sort of smack bag mid-table, getting some good results, competing with some big sides. Got a massive win on the weekend. They've only conceded 2 goals outside of the Arsenal game, where they shipped 5.
Yeah.
So that's a good sign again. And then Burnley, look, they've played Man United, Liverpool, and Spurs, and they could have drawn to both Man United and Liverpool.
Yeah.
And look, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses, but they're outside of the drop zone already.
Well, I mean, they've got that pretty close to that golden 1 point from a game.
Yeah.
That's what you want to be safe in a regular Premier League
Those
season.
30 plus is going to be, and I think this year, that sort of mark probably will be it because of how competitive it is.
I reckon you need 38 points to be safe.
Yeah.
And you'll still that final game week, you'll still be biting your nails.
Yeah, battling in there.
Yeah.
It'd be crazy. Imagine having a 40-point relegation types. It could be.
Well, I mean, that's what 17th last season
was
39.
Yeah. But it was just because how bad the bottom. I feel like it'll be 40, but because of how it might be so condensed.
Well, I mean, you look. There's already 2nd to 4th 5 drop points already. It's just Liverpool that are
the only team.
Exceptions.
And we just said they're being up and down, but I think that's my big talking point from the weekend, because I've been impressed by all these 3 sides. I thought it might just be home form, but they're doing it away from home as well. And look, Leeds have struggled to score goals, same as Burnley. Sunderland have been that great in front of goal. But what they've all got is rock solid defences.
Yeah, it's
Burnley, unbelievable. Sunderland, I've been impressed considering how many rotations they've got with new signings. And Leeds, well, they're probably in the pick of the bunch in terms of defence. They just can't score. But if you want to stay up in the Premier League, you need good defence. Sunderland and Leicester were awful last year defensively, and it showed.
Yeah.
These 3 are very, very hard to beat. And being hard to beat is probably the best thing you can be as a promoted side.
They sort of remind me sort of team structure of a classic mid-table team.
Exactly.
Really good defensively, have forwards who Isidore score goals at home.
Yeah.
That's what you want. That's like a mid-table essential.
Yeah.
Forwards that score goals at home games to win your
games. Yeah, absolutely. And clean sheets are huge, especially this current Prem. I feel like the first goal basically wins you any game of football, it feels right now.
Not even clean sheets, because clean sheets obviously really hard to come by.
Yeah.
Super competitive. But those games where you concede one goal.
Yeah.
Just one, because you're not winning. You're very unlikely to win if you've conceded two.
Definitely.
But one, you're getting a point, maybe even two if you having a good day out.
Yeah, you can nick 2 goals against a side, whereas you're conceding 2. You need 3 for a win. It's just not happening in this Prem. So that's my big talking point for the weekend. Burnley getting a point. Leeds did a very good job away to Wolves in a 6-point, and Sunderland, well, I'll get into someone in a minute, but one player robbed them of all 3, it feels like, in that game there. So, that's my big talking point. Yourself, anything different that came from the weekend?
I had a few, but my main one was Liverpool are stacked. Liverpool have what every team wants, and it's fight to the end, and so many goals, like scoring facets. You have their workhorse in like Gravenberch scoring and assisting in important games. They're so multifaceted, and pains me to say, but unbelievable side. I think they get even better once, like I said, Slot gets to play his tactics, because all these signings like Wirtz, Ekitike is fit into the system really well, but I think he was signed to fit into the Salah tactics.
Yeah.
I think Isaac Wirtz was signed to go into what he wants, transition into the future. Exactly.
Yeah.
And not in like it's a signing for the future. It's like literally like
now and the future.
Yeah, now and AFCON and next season, because I think this is Salah's last season.
I think this is it?
I think this is it, surely.
I feel like he could stay, but just be like a
squad
player. Yeah.
For
Bring
sure.
him in the Champions League and just let him cook, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I just saw news like before we started this of like Belieber wants Liverpool next season, and I'm like, well, it's raps then. If they get Belieber on top of Gravenberch and McAllister and Wirtz and Curtis Jones.
Like where? Because
Man City set this precedent, right? Like it was like 7 players in midfield, you just rotate through. I'm sure Slot will find a way to make. He's made a way to fit Dominic Szoboszlai in this team. That's all power to him. I know it's out of position and it's dodgy, but it's worked so far. They're 5 from 5.
So far, but you sort of. I know he's been really good defensively, but you look and maybe say, well, they haven't been super sound.
No.
As sound as the Liverpool defense usually is. Yeah. And you signed Jeremy Frimpong. Like, you might be fitting all your midfielders into the team, but
not anymore.
You've got someone sitting on the bench.
Yeah. It's a funny one though, because in a way Frimpong and Szoboszlai are sort of similar in terms of they're both so attacking. Yeah. So it's sort of 1 in, 1 out type feel, but again, this is, as I said, this is the Pep Guardiola Man City mould that Liverpool are finally adapting. Because I think they could have gone and won maybe another Champions League or another league title if after they won that title in COVID, they went and did this. They didn't, right? They just sort of stayed with the same team, same players. They all aged out of it. But what Liverpool did, which is the scariest thing, which I think it's Carragher's mentioned a few times. If you're United, if you're Chelsea, if you're Tottenham, you're falling further behind. These teams are winning and they're adding 200 million worth of signings, right? That's crazy. Yeah, you can't catch that.
And if you win titles, you have. I'm not going to call them big teams. You have those big spenders like Saudi who want your title winning players because of their reputation, and so you end up with almost a guaranteed positive net spend, selling aging players for new, really good youngsters.
And for maximums as well. Like you get rid of their wages and the fee.
Exactly.
It's a win-win. So look, Liverpool had a great summer. They've got a great side. And like you said, it's an inevitable start. It's ominous as hell. It's really, really scary. I think you've teed me up perfectly for my first winner, which is Liverpool. And just a bit more context. Like 5 points clear after 5 games is ridiculous. I know it's early, but the context for me is you've beaten Arsenal, direct rival. Yeah. You've beaten Everton, who I'm pretty sure they didn't win against last year. They drew both games.
Right, yeah.
You've been Newcastle away, which they've seen a win recently, but it's always been a classic, right? It's always been a hard place to go. You've been Newcastle away. You've beaten Bournemouth on the opening day, who seem to be a top 4 side, it feels like.
Well, they got beaten on opening day, kind of smacked up 4-2. And they're still sitting in, 4th with 10 points. Yeah. Like, that's unbelievable for a Bournemouth side.
Are elite. Yeah. And you beat them. And that's the opening day where things can go wrong. You've got new signings. You've got Ekatiko who's cramping. Yeah. So the fact that Liverpool have gone over all these hurdles, and people can flip this, and you can easily flip the script and say, well, they haven't played well yet. This isn't a good sign. But I'm saying it's a great sign because they haven't played well yet, and I'm sure they can play better.
Yeah.
And I know Florian Wirtz can play a lot better. I know Frimpong can find a way in this system. Kirk is getting better week after week. I just think it's all power to slot on this side because the ultimate winners this weekend are Liverpool, similar to last weekend, where if Arsenal have the character to go and beat City, then it's like, okay, the mood's different. But Liverpool have grinded out another win against their rival. Then they've watched Sunday, and Man City have done a job for them and drawn with Arsenal at the Emirates. And now it's a 5-point gap after 5 games.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell?
But, yeah, like you said, Arsenal are still in it.
They're still in it.
They've played... They've got 1 point from 2 really difficult fixtures, but they've at least got those 2 difficult fixtures out the way.
And we can joke about it, and they've played Man United as well. It's still a big fixture, right? You can't underrate that fixture as well. So Arsenal have had some very tough games.
Yeah. Coming from the weekend, you can't underrate that.
I haven't said anything yet, have I? So yeah, Arsenal have had a horrid start as well in terms of like tough fixtures as well. But I just think Liverpool, and I said this last week to Charlie, going into the run-in, like match day 30 onwards, if Arsenal are going to win the league, they have to be in front for me. Yeah. They can't. They don't have the mentality to come from behind.
I still think even if they are in front, it's
still a worry.
It's still a worry. Like they need a cushion.
Yeah.
And because Liverpool, City, they would hunt them down.
City
like the mentality of we can score more goals than everyone will get them insane running. And we've seen it with City in the past, like last few seasons.
They've mowed down Liverpool, 4 times in the last 6 years? It's ridiculous. So, yeah, good start for Liverpool. But, yeah, like you said, City and Arsenal are still in the mix. They're my first winner from the weekend.
Stayed on track with that.
Yeah.
Gravenberch.
Oh, what a...
Unbelievable performance. The technique on goal and assist, unbelievable. Should be playing further up the pitch, but also super unbelievable.
Yeah,
where he is. So I think he, and I don't. The fact that he's worked in a few different positions, a few different. It's still the same system, but he's utilized differently.
Yeah, definitely.
And he's such an asset to have. And you look back 5 years and you sort of go, it was always destined to be like this. But when he moved to, was it Bayern? It didn't look like he had bounced back from that. He got lost in the... And to move from one elite team where you've struggled to another and to bounce back like he has, really impressive.
Look at all the other Dutch players that have flopped when moved into big clubs. Like you can list the names for days on end. I rate that point as well. The fact that he's played 8. I think when he was coming up to the system, he actually played even for almost like a 10 as well. He's played every single midfield position, and that comes in handy for that goal, right? Yeah. That was a proper sort of box-to-box midfielder, number 10s type finish. Yeah. It was elite. Yeah. Like, made Salah's pass look ridiculous the way he just found the back of the net there. So.
And then also, like, sort of bit of a marauding run for his assist, and then killer pass to find Ekatiko.
It was a game and a half, and it wasn't like it was a breakout game because we've seen this now for the last sort of 12 months, but it's like putting your name back on the map that I still am that guy, right?
Yeah, I'm here. This Liverpool team is stacked, but I'm part of the reason why they're stacked.
I'm the cog that turns it. No, I agree with that. Second winner for me, I've got another player, and you've mentioned him already. I've got Isidore, man. 3 goals from 3 home games. I think that's the best start a Sunderland player's had in the Premier League. In like the recent history, you have to go back, maybe even before Premier League even existed, first division type stuff. It's a fabulous start. The context, some of the goals as well. Obviously, this goal, at 10 men to tie it up. Previous ones as like the winners laid on.
Yeah.
Like he's got the package right now, 3 from 3. Great start to the league campaign. Sunderland unbeaten at home. It's just that is not on my bingo card to start the Premier League season.
No.
Sunderland unbeaten at home, and Isidore's one of your golden boot
and
leaders.
he's what, like top 8, I think.
I think they're like 7th right now.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. He's a massive winner for the weekend because this is a name, like we've said, they've signed all these players like Talby, Xhaka, Adingra, all these quality all over the park. Alderete, Mukiele, all these established players, Reynildo, and it's a player like Isidore that's standing up for them. Yeah. So, look, nothing against him. I'm not trying to underplay him, but at all the signings, didn't know much about this bloke. No. Couldn't tell you one thing about him, but now I know all about him because he's missed a clutch for them.
Everyone spoke up the teammates on the signings because they made some insane signings and it's clearly paying off. But someone they've had a little bit under the covers is shining. And like I said, if they keep up the good defense, and we'll talk about it with their like insane defenders, it's those home game goals that keep you in the Prem, cement you mid-table.
Yeah.
Palace, Prime.
Yeah. Like Mateta and a good back five.
Yeah.
Like, it's literally that.
Or some forward. It doesn't have to be a striker, but
I love it, man. And it feels like Barclays ball, man. Like home for, it reminds me of like Michu back in the day for Swansea when they were good, right? Like just a striker just bags at home. Like we'll score 20 on the year. It's great stuff. So he's a massive winner for me. Good. And so is Sunderland, to be honest. Yeah. They're another winner there.
Good point.
Your second?
I had Stash at his best. You spoke him up.
I was raving about it.
Sort of pre-season, start of the season. Unbelievable game for him.
Goal as well.
Yeah, goal. Unbelievable Instagram post.
What did you post?
Posted him like Bob the Builder. What was I going to say? Wolves, pointless out of 5 games. You kind of expect them to, but he drove them. He set them.
The post is unbelievable.
He's driven them forward.
Yeah.
Built, constructed that win.
I love that. I don't know if that's shithousery or just like elite editing.
That's elite, yeah. It's not even good editing.
Actually, it is shit editing, to be honest. I love that. What a man. What a man. Yeah. I've been raving about him for, I feel like, a while. I've been waiting for him to come to the Prem. Again, another Bundesliga player that just gets forgotten about or just not appreciated because he's in the Bundesliga, but he's an animal. I think he's like 6'3", big body, strong.
I thought he was younger. My bad.
He's 28, is he, I think?
26.
26.
Not bad.
But he's been around the block, but he just obviously doesn't get appreciated. He's not in the Prem, but now he's in the Prem and doing what he's doing.
Oh, I thought he joined them while they were championship. No,
he was still season. Hoffenheim last season. Yeah.
This season.
So when Hoffenheim finished top half 2 seasons ago, he was massive for that side. They underwhelmed last season.
That's actually crazy. He's had 6 games, goal and assist, obviously.
Yeah.
His best season in the last few seasons was like 5 contributions from like 35.
He's a bruiser. That's his number 1 job. But with the goal he scored in the week, he's getting forward now.
Yeah.
I liked it. Good call. Because I've got his name coming up later on.
Yeah. Fair.
I'll continue with the run here. And I'll go with Leeds. Another big winner from the weekend.
There you go.
When it gets a relegation rival, it's a 6-pointer. It honestly, this early, it's a 6-pointer. Because like we said, it's going to be so contested, so tight. You got to beat your rivals in and around you. The way they went down, Wolves' new man scores the goal. It's one of those games of the Mollen you can get up and they can get behind and they can keep rolling. Pereira just signed a new 2-year deal midweek. And it's like, do they have the character to come back?
Yeah.
Well, of course they do.
It's Leeds.
It's Leeds. They fought back.
The shit house is there.
They really are. Stack's great goal. His assist. Okafor scores as well. DCL with a rising header.
That's
prime COVID DCL areas. Like it was and it was first half turnaround as well. And they just cruised the second half.
Yeah.
And look, that's a lot of character shown by Leeds. The Leeds of the one that went down previously, that's how it would have folded. I feel like it would have just.
No, you're right.
Down 1-0 away from home. We give up.
I think they maybe old Leeds rescues a draw.
Yeah.
But New Leeds turns it around in the first half, like you said. What I will say is I don't think Wolves have set themselves up to compete. I think it's a 6 points on a technicality. I think Leeds, Burnley, probably not Sunderland right now, but maybe come into the season, will be battling for those 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, because everyone else is looking unbelievable. They can scrape a win.
Yeah.
Wolves will probably beat maybe Chelsea and then just...
That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
A lot of worry about Wolves. Again, that's team up for later on as well, but it just feels like a team that's not Prem.
Oh, no.
Like,
definitely
but it's funny, though, because teams in the last few seasons, you can't really find a Prem-proven player, but in Wolves, you've got a few Prem-level players, but the team just doesn't feel good enough.
It doesn't feel... And it... Obviously now, especially, they've got 0 points from 5 games. The changing room must be grim. Like I don't see how you bounce back from this. They must be seeing posts about chasing the Prem record low and that must be
he could play with you.
Yeah. No, for sure.
But yeah, definitely Leeds winners. And you know what? Daniel Farke can get in there as well because, I think Charlie had him as the first sacked. I had him as one of the early ones sacked as well.
Yeah. That's
Manager of the month coming.
That's impressive because Charlie literally predicted that Forrest sacking and hire Ange, which is should have put money on it.
Oh, he should have. He's had the finger to the pulse for a lot of things, but this one, no.
Yeah.
Because he thought Daniel Farke was gone within the first couple of months. So,
but that's how championship promotions go. Usually you don't do well, and Wolves are going to do it. Sack your manager, hope bounce back a little.
Well, I'm lost with Wolves because I gave him a new deal midweek, so that's going to be a crazy payout if they end up sacking him in a few weeks' time. It's mental.
Parachute payments will save them.
Yeah, probably.
I had
the winner there.
City
as
a winner because I think they kind of got played off the park.
Mm-hmm.
Not in...
Is it a winner though because they were so close to picking up 3 points though?
I think that would have been a very lucky 3
100%.
points.
I'm not saying they weren't lucky, but
Holland had really two really good chances compared to one, obviously. Should have maybe done better with the second one, but it was good defending. Unlucky shot. He looked tired. He looked gassed. But you look at stats. You look at highlights.
Yeah.
And besides for maybe good defending from City and maybe not great finishing from Arsenal, and you're looking at change those two things slightly, and you've got an Arsenal win.
It's a funny game, that one, because it was like the tables had turned. It was 7 behind the ball for Pep, and it was like
everyone
all out for Arsenal.
I thought it would be a pretty high scoring game. I did not think. Well, that's sort of why I had them as a winner, because you look at what Pep's tactic,
Haram ball,
terrorist ball.
It was strange because they started the game not bad. Yeah. First 10, I'd give it to them. They were really, really good, but Arsenal had about 70% of the ball at the 30-minute mark. Well, they dominated it.
I think what
did they end up with?
Ended it with like 75.
Yeah. It was a City good start with the goal, and then Arsenal just blew them out the park. And again, I'm still going to be a little bit critical on Arsenal because they're the ones who have to make the jump this season, right? They looked more committed forward. Yeah. But who assisted the goal? Eze. Who didn't start? Eze. Why do you sign this guy? Well, why aren't you starting?
That's the thing is like Martinelli scored the winner, Champions League, didn't start.
No.
Eze, you signed
big money.
It was like I would say up there with Gyökeres as like marquee signing. You stole him from a big rival.
Yeah.
He should be starting. But like, I guess but Trossard was underrated for the last few seasons. But
off the bench underrated.
Oh yeah.
Defense over
against tired legs.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I get you.
I just think it was an opportunity missed again for Arsenal, where like this time around, they actually looked really, really good going forward. They actually committed to numbers forward. They're playing a bit quicker. Yeah. For me, that's the big word for me, quicker. In and out your feet, 1 touch, 2 touch. And they were looking good, and they made a few half chances. Matchweek again, another great game from him, I thought.
Yeah, very good.
But it just cried out for Eberechi Eze in the 10 almost. Yeah. Like Miko Moreno can play as like a left-sided midfielder and just invert inside.
Well, you kind of look two sides of the same coin. Arsenal's biggest criticism in the last few years is they're so one-dimensional in their attack. It was only Saka, basically. Yeah. Martinelli, the one half of the season. So they kudos to them for maybe changing it up a little. Yeah, I guess that's a win. But where Eze got the assist from like 8.
Yeah,
he
central.
Was like, he was like very central, very deep. Like, what's he doing? Like
that's my my frustration with Arsenal. Odegaard's your captain, but I think he's one of your worst players on the starting 11.
Yeah, I think so.
I think if you want to win games of football, you play Matchweek at left, Saka at right, Gyökeres and Eze in the 10. And I think you go like that. Or in yesterday's case, if you want to play Miko Moreno because you like him in big games, play him as a left-sided to central wide midfielder. Like McTominay does for Napoli. He plays out left because they've got De Bruyne, but he's still basically another 8 because he can tuck inside. Yeah. You do that, you still get Marino in the starting 11, but you have Eze who can link up with Matchweek and Gyökeres. Instead of playing older legs Trossard that is a clutch player, but he's sort of like a sub on 70th minute, let him cook type player. Yeah. Not from the start when the intensity is high, you need quality on the football. Yeah. If Eze starts that game, maybe Arsenal score 2 and they win this game of football.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's fair.
But that's probably why City are winners though, because I didn't understand it from City, to be honest with you.
There were so many aspects. Like, I think Arsenal... Actually, this whole weekend was sort of littered with what...
Yeah, what ifs.
What are you doing, like, to the managers and what ifs if they'd sort of played... Like, I'm not too sure how it goes forward because obviously they got Champions League and then international break. Like, what's their plans? But you go... I don't think City deserve to win with those tactics. No. Going 1-0 up away at Arsenal and then parking the bus. Yeah. Conceding so much possession. And then obviously last minute loss. Yeah. I think that's why they win.
By the way, they brain faith and then they sat such a low block whole game. And I don't know if you've seen the screenshot, but the goal, you see the line, it's so high.
Yeah.
So the one moment you go to a high line is when they... that frustrated me. That's the thing with City. It's like a win and a loss at the same time. Same with Arsenal. It's a win. They played a bit better, but it's a loss because you didn't win. I feel like no one really won from that game. It was funny. No. It was one of those ones where it's 1-1, but...
Liverpool won again.
Yeah, won again. Exactly. But I get what you mean there with City. Let's jump quickly to the losers. I'll quickly skip over these guys. Wolves. As I said, it's a 6-pointer for me. Can see 3 goals at home. I say it all the time in the prediction videos. The backbone of this side and the litmus test for them is that back 5, back 3. When they're on song, that coincided with that great run over Christmas last year for Wolves when they beat us. They were playing great football, protected the back line, the Molyneux. Whenever they're playing really, really poor, which feels like the start and the end of every season, this back 3, back 5 is just shambolic. Like, it's even 3 in the first half at home to Leeds. You can't score.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here?
Exactly.
So, yeah, they're the biggest losers of the weekend. So I've gone them number 1.
I said Villa's attacking options. All losers. They suck.
And the FPL owners of Watkinson.
They're also losers for choosing them.
Still having them.
I kind of might have had 1 or 2. I might still have Watkins. Yeah. Like, what? Matty Cash, kudos to you. Yeah. Unbelievable strike. 0.01 XG or something crazy. Off the bar. Watkins, that chance missed, that big chance missed, in front of the goals. Tough, because keeper is so close to you, and he's been kind of cooking lately.
Yeah.
But that's a like, what's it, 0.8 XG shot. Like,
was he offside in the end? I know they raised the flag, but I think when they had to look at it again back post game, he actually was onside.
I'm pretty sure it counted as a big chance missed.
Classic.
Or he missed. He missed.
Oh, he missed it? Yeah, no. Because I know when they let it play out, then the Lions put the flag up. But I think if it went review, in, it might have actually been on.
Yeah.
if anything sums up their season, just that moment probably did. Yeah. They're struggling.
Yeah.
They're all sorts, man.
They'll come back, I'm sure.
I don't even know. Not like going down, but I think they might just be like 14th, 15th this season.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
not good enough for Villa though.
It's not good enough for Villa, but still be in the Prem. I think
standards drop that far though. Standards drop from Villa that low.
No, they shouldn't be, but I think business decisions wise.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Watkins should have gone. Duran should have probably stayed. Because
their PSR's cooked.
The PSR's cooked. Aging squad. They've they've brought in some young guys. I'll give them credit for that I haven't given them. But
Gesson should have scored yesterday as well in the initial chance.
Yeah. But yeah, like
it's very stinky.
Yeah.
Very stinky. 1 Premier League goal in 5 games.
Yeah.
What an attack for Villa.
From Matty Cash as well.
And the keeper, Papadum hands a little bit for that one. All right, I'll stay in that game just quickly. Ranildo for me. What a tool.
Yeah.
Why do that? Matty Cash has not instigated anything. He's lost his head. He's kicked him in the bollocks.
Yep.
And he's got sent off. And I think that probably single-handedly robs Sunderland of all 3 points.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Because 11 on 11, I think they go and score 2 or 3. It was an even game in that first half. But second half, I'd almost give the favour to Sunderland with 10 men.
Yeah.
You have 11 and a player like Ranildo, who's a Champions League level player. Oh, I think it's a big chance missed. He played for Atletico Madrid. Don't give me that face. Don't give me that face. He played for Atletico Madrid in the Champions League.
Oh, maybe not decision-making Champions League.
Well, yesterday, definitely not. So he's a massive loser from the weekend. Yep. Cost his side all 3 points.
On that same note, I've gone Robert Sanchez.
Oh.
Maresca. I've never seen Maresca so upset with someone. On the touchline, as it goes in, generational meme format, turns away, has a bit of a tantrum, walks out of frame.
Yeah.
Sanchez is like, and you sort of go, And Jorgensen didn't have a great game, but he was meant to start. Maresca said so. Maresca said Jorgensen's going to start next Prem game because Sanchez needs a rest. And Maresca's now gone. I said I was going to. I've given him the run out against United, and he, instead of just letting him score, maybe a defender even gets a crazy tackle and maybe a defender gets sent off, but you go getting your keeper sent off. He goes and makes outrageous sort of rage quit tactical changes.
Yeah.
Takes your best ball carriers off the field.
Yep.
Just because your keepers go and send. Yeah. I think that's similar to what's happened with Jackson with the red card end of season last year.
Yeah.
I think Sanchez might be cooked.
It's time to go.
Well, we've got Mark Penders who's cooking it up in France.
Yeah.
So
you got about 7 goalkeepers there.
Conveyor belt continues
once more.
Literally.
I don't know how you spend so much money and still have him in goal. But yeah, you've teamed me up again perfectly. I've got Enzo Maresca as a big loser.
Oh, yeah.
Why back 5, firstly? And then secondly, I said it to Alex, who's been on the live streams, another Chelsea fan, and I said to him, it screamed out for like a 4-3-2 with João Pedro and Estevao up top. And that probably beats Man United. Going to a back 5 against Manchester United after going to... we are so vulnerable, so gettable right now. And even with the man advantage, we still couldn't put chances away. Like, why you've taken 2 attackers off in Neto and Estevao and gone to a back 5 versus Manchester United is ridiculous.
Neto is our hardest worker.
Yeah.
Up there with Caicedo.
Yeah.
But Neto is our hardest worker on the ball, off the ball, does not complain. Estevao, it takes 2 defenders out of every single attacking situation when he gets the ball. I completely agree with you. That's what I say. He rage quit with those tactics. He did not want United to win. He was so happy. He would have been so happy with the draw.
I think though with this Manchester United under Ruben Amorim, you have to go there to beat. You have to go and play them to beat Manchester United because United are their own worst enemies. They will make mistakes and leave holes. You have to be there and attacking wise to take that chance, right? But going to a back five, you've eliminated all jeopardy for Manchester United. They've got 5 defenders on one João Pedro. But if you have Pedro Neto or Estevao there to occupy some centre-backs, speed in behind, play some counter-attack, you can still sit in.
Yeah, pull centre-backs wide, pull defenders wide.
Yeah.
Give your attackers
Caicedo
space.
late runs into the box. Enzo late runs. And the Cole Palmer thing hurt things, obviously, but in a game like that with how wet it was and United's vulnerabilities, you needed 2 options to run in behind up top, not one, because it just would never work. So I think Enzo Maresca, like I said, rage quit. He lost his head. I think he took the game on the wrong way. Definitely. United was so vulnerable. He said he had the 3 points.
Yep. He said he sort of went, from the looks of things, he's sort of gone, we've got oh, it's not even Champions League. We've got freaking Lincoln on Tuesday.
Yeah,
we don't even have. I don't even know them. If we had Champions League, it would have been like, oh, he's gone fatigue management. Like, I don't know. But big poor decisions. Yeah. Should have kept a back 4. We've got and it was some of our best defenders, meant to be our best defenders. Wesley Fofana shouldn't have started. Tosin's been okay.
I like Tosin.
And Chalobah's been unreal.
Yeah.
I don't think Wesley's got the fitness.
I don't think he ever will. He's just too injured. Yeah, like he's literally too injured right now.
No,
yeah.
Fair.
Nah, but Maresca's a loser for me. Do you have anything else?
What else did I say?
Good front net.
Angers Forest are playing actually surprisingly well if you watch them.
They played okay.
They're actually, like, you can see some quality. He will be a loser and sacked end of year, who we spoke about, if they don't get a good run of form in their favour.
And with Marinakis, if it's a couple of weeks in a row of this type of not perform outcome, he'll be gone.
Yep, no doubt.
And he's got the precedent of last season, so there's already that pressure building. Yeah. Next week's whoever they got next week is massive. I feel like, because you just need to see those 3 points appear, and that win on the sheet just to give you some sort of belief. And they've got Sunderland at home. It's not going to be easy. A late Saturday night. I'm just worried for Ange. Not this early, but another loss or draw here, and then the pressure's just overwhelming. I feel like it could be ropes. Yeah. There you go. There's our winners and losers. The big segment this week is 10 underrated Premier League players currently in the league. We can just go one for one here. We can just rattle a few of them off. I've started with Anton Stack for obvious reasons. It's his week in the league. What a goal. What a player. I'm going to pump my own tyres in. I've called this now for 18 months. Hoffenheim's finest. No, I really, really rate him. Good size for the Prem. Big body. Him alongside, who's the... Longstaff, the former Newcastle guy in there as well. Good combination. Yeah. Proper Premier League low block there. So Anton Stack. I love that.
I went... What have we spoken about? Nori Mukiele?
Yes. Good signing, by the way.
Good signing. That's like almost similar vein to Gravenberch. 5 years ago, destined for greatness. Hasn't really come about, but he's finding his feet in the Prem, which...
It's not easy to come in as a key defender as well.
Key defender of a
low side as well.
Low side, or newly promoted side. Mm-hmm. Definitely not ideal.
Hit the ground running though. He's been fabulous. This one I'm not sure about, to be honest, but I had to mention Ismail Assar for me. I think he's still a little bit underrated.
That's fair.
He's getting rated, I think, the last sort of 5 months, especially with the FA Cup win. Obviously, everyone's talking about Palace players. Yeah. But I think just because he's missing right now as well, you see the difference in Crystal Palace. I love Kamada. Devaney's okay. Jeremy Pino sort of hasn't been good since the first game.
Hit and miss for Pino.
Yeah. But it just felt like, especially on the weekend, they could have put West Ham to the sword if they had Ismail Assar.
Assar would have run the show.
I think we're seeing his value with him not being... It happens to a lot of players. When they're not there, you realise their value. Prime example, Danny Carvajal last season for Real Madrid. Bro left and they just felt a shit. And I feel like Ismail Assar is going to be so important for Palace this season going forward, especially with Eze. It's his front line to run. So I think he will prove even more rated come season's end.
Yep.
Ismail Assar.
Fair. I went Iwobi.
Yeah, still have him. No, I don't this time. But yeah, definitely an underrated player.
Underrated goal and assist against Brentford.
It was a good game, by the way.
Good game,
Yeah.
That assist and goal to Wilson, unbelievable finish, crazy pass, good vision.
It was prime Iwobi on the weekend.
Yeah, I think still underrated. He's got some fans out there, but
He's still
not enough.
Criminally underrated.
Not enough.
Defends, attacks, does everything. I feel like he's an all rounder. This is one of the few times I have a big team player, Christian Mosquera for Arsenal.
Yeah, but he's new. He's new. No one really knew about him.
Best thing, again, I'm gonna pump my tires again here. I was a big Valencia fanboy last season. They were rock bottom of La Liga. New manager came in, turned that ship around. Baron Kayas ended up a new football club as well. He's at Benfica. He was a catalyst, and so was Mosquera at the back. They went and fixed up so much in the core of that, the spine of that side there. Mosquera was massive for that. When he left for 12 or 16 mil, I'm thinking, like, has anyone watched La Liga last season and has seen how good this guy was? And I think that's the thing. I rate him really highly, but I think in the general consensus, he's underrated.
Criminally.
This guy's a machine.
The stats from, I know small sample size and like stats on everything, especially in a bigger side.
Yeah.
But you look at the stats and you put him percentiles and you compare him to the players he's around, and you're looking at elite centre back.
Yeah.
Which is he's most people would look at him and go, should you be starting for like mid-table teams? So I definitely think underrated.
I think he's an understar.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I've got Stack.
Yeah.
I'll go Chalobah.
Yeah, Chalobah as well. Yeah.
Pretty good. Really good goal. Pretty good defensively. He's had a few.
It was actually a pretty good defensive play from Chelsea.
Yeah.
The attack less so, but that's probably more the manager's fault.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think. Yeah. Enzo's really good attacking wise, but you look at defensive history and especially like defensive tactics, and it's tough to be a defender in Maresco's side, especially with the criticisms they're receiving. He doesn't bathe himself in glory like most of our defenders, but there's some moments of brilliance there.
I think, especially last season for Palace as well was really, really good.
Yeah.
Moving mid-season is not easy.
Yeah.
My next one again is maybe again becoming rated, but Mikkel Damsgaard for me for Brentford. Got the goal on the weekend, I think, as well for Brentford. Someone last season that obviously was a part of the big three, it felt like, of Mbermo, Visser and himself. But now it's sort of his team in terms of the attacking output.
It is.
Highest assist, or one of the highest assisters last season in the Premier League. So maybe now he's getting recognised, but I just think he's unbelievable.
I think he's still very underrated.
He deserves a big, like a Newcastle type, like into that sort of big 8 category. I feel like you need to jump into that.
He kind of reminds me of like Jacob Murphy. Now that you say it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you sort of go like really like could be a good, but you move to Newcastle and you become someone who doesn't really have a role to play in the attack,
and you just one of many numbers, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you've got the stars and then you've got the step down.
Yeah,
sort of.
But look, Jacob Murphy was Newcastle's best player, and I think Damsgaard could be a big player for one of the big 8 clubs.
Fair. I had Isidore still.
Yeah.
And then Jaden Anthony as someone new to speak about. Some FPL knowledge. But he's been producing. He's got maybe, I think, 2 or 3 goal and assists.
I think so. I think it's 3, yeah.
Really good for Burnley team.
Yeah, lower tier side. They're not going to be known for finding the back of the net this season. I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
They're going to struggle in front of goal. I like those 2. I've gone Truffett for Bournemouth. I think he's an upgrade on Milos Kerkez, dare I say it. He looks better defensively, and he's not as quick as Kerkez, but he looks fitter and better going forward to the football.
He looks like he can't make a wrong decision attacking wise, which I can't. Kerkez is brilliant, but sometimes you go, was that like maybe too attacking, two attacking decision, whereas
I just think last season in particular in the Bournemouth, I think everyone made it look better at Bournemouth because of how they play so well and they're coherent and they're together.
Exactly.
But I looked at yesterday's game, it was quite a dead game, but him and Brooks on the left-hand side, the interconnection, out of this world. There's a little back heel flicks around the corner and stuff like that. Very, very good. I think Kirkus's best is better than Truffe's best, but consistency-wise and involvement in the full 90, Truffe's been out of this world. So, yeah, I've got him in there. I think he'll become maybe the next to leave Bournemouth next season. The way he's going, he's been unbelievable. So I've got him in, yes.
Yeah. Teed me up perfectly.
Yep.
Brooks.
There you go. Campbell.
Captain in the
now.
side.
Yeah.
Obviously, tough game. Newcastle at home, but still tough game. Just probably should have had a goal.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That was
early on, there was a lot going through him.
Yeah.
And he had those chances early, so yeah.
But yeah, like you said, link-up play with Truffett, unbelievable. Good player. Overshadowed by Semenyo and probably like in terms of output, overshadowed by lack of output, I guess. But the eye test is there. He pops up in the right places. He's pretty good on the ball.
Yeah. I agree. I had him in, but I replaced him with another Bournemouth player, which is Bournemouth FC this one here. I went Alex Scott, who's the midfielder for... Because I've been a Cook and Christie fan club now for like ages. I was like, no one can replace these two. They're times for Bournemouth. Then Adams and Scott have come in and done a fabulous job. Scott's got a belter last weekend versus Brighton. Yeah. Another great performance against a combative midfield in Newcastle.
A stacked midfield in
Newcastle, who rotated, had fresh legs in there, but he still competed well. Very good on the football. Capable of absorbing the press really, really well, which is always a good, talk about eye test. It's always a great eye test for a midfielder. Yeah. He can take the pressure and release the football really, really well. Links up the play well. One of the most complete midfielders in the Prem, I feel like, in terms of does a bit of everything and does it very, very well. Maybe not this season, maybe 2 years' time, we could be talking about him as one of those breakthrough sort of team of the year type players.
Fair enough.
So Alex Scott is in there for me.
Yeah. He's been a long time coming up
process.
You sort of look at your FIFA and Football Manager, and you go, he's been just outside of the spotlight, and to go to Bournemouth, probably not been the reason of their success, but to time that move to a Bournemouth team who are now in the spotlight is commendable.
Time to run well, my friend.
Time to run well. I've got 4 left.
Same here.
And they are probably very normally rated / maybe underrated performance this season.
Yeah.
Or their performances have been underrated. I've got Vicario.
Like it.
Pretty good player. Unfortunate with what was a Brighton game. Tough one.
Yeah.
Brighton are pulling a Spurs at the moment, I'd say. Winning tough games and then losing probably
stinkers.
Yeah. But I think that Spurs team is on the verge of being a really good defensive, consistently good defensive team. And you sort of you look at the supporters and they'll say Romero, Van de Ven.
Yeah.
But no one really gives Vicario any
his props.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'd agree. It's just Ange tax from last year probably did.
No
help.
But this season.
It's been very good. Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep with the big team type feel. Nico O'Reilly, talked about him a bit last week. This kid's special, man. I think he'll be the one going forward for whether it be for England, whether it be City's next dynasty or whatever they want to do. Yeah. So young. I keep saying it's such a good size for a fullback. Come from the football. Has scored some belters already in his young career. Keep a watch on this. I reckon this is going to be one of those where I'm going to come back to this moment in time. They're like, what a call that I've made there. But I think okay last night. One of his best games last night.
I think he might be injured as well.
Did he get injured? I didn't watch the second half in the end. But look, I've been in every game he started. I've been very impressed with him. I think he's a player that needs to start rather than come off the bench. He needs to feel out the game. But come from the ball, very, very tall, quick enough closing down pockets and spaces. And I think as he gets older and stronger, the harder to beat.
I think it's very unfortunate the drop in everyone's stocks on Rico Lewis, because City could have the two arguably future England starters, depending on other players around their age. But I think there's
some quality there.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
Sticking with that City side, definitely underrated this season. Probably should be rated higher. Probably should be doing better as well. But I've gone with Doku. He's had a phenomenal season. He's sort of gone from that take on players, maybe not always get the pass away, to take on players, get a goal or assist. And his highlight reel this season has been
sick,
unbelievable. He's had some. He must be on like.
I think he only has 3 goal contributions though.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I said this last week though. He hasn't got the numbers, but talking about the eye test again. This has been like the buzzword today. He has been very, very good in the eye test. But that's sort of coincide with City having some stinky games this season. Like you think of Spurs, you think of Brighton. Like it's hard to get goal contribution when your team's not playing well. I think it's 2 or 3 goal contributions.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got 5 if you count internationals.
Okay. Yeah. But he's looked very good, like better, more complete.
Yeah, for sure.
For his standards. Okay, I'll stick with the tricky wingers. I went Crysencio, Somerville. I still think West Ham have made a big error not having him as their like main man to go to up top. Obviously, Bowen, everything goes through Bowen, but you need some support up there. Yeah. Paquette's not giving it. Wilson and Fulkrug have been just flops. Yeah. Somerville has to play 90 every week. I don't get this thing about him starting and then getting dragged or not starting and coming on. He needs to get 90 every week. Yeah. Bowen needs that support. And Somerville is just so good with the ball at his feet, so quick, so agile.
Electric, yeah.
Yeah, electric. X-factor player.
I don't understand. Was it Leeds? I don't know why Leeds lost. I think it was when they were
still in the championship when they lost last year.
Relegated. It might have.
Because it was last season he joined West Ham.
Yeah.
But injuries and then not getting picked. Yeah. But now finally he's...
Because he looked unbelievable his first season in the Prem.
First time around, He's a dynamic electric winger that needs to start, I think.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. I've got 2, but they're both probably not very underrated. I've got obviously Gravenberch. He's had an underrated. Same like Doku. I sort of in that, like, I wouldn't call him failed, but let's use failed wonder kids.
Yeah. Not that they're peak yet. Or
they were projected to be absolute stars, and you're getting glimpses of that. But I think they're getting recognition. And then I've got Richarlison's had a good start to the season.
Fair play. Yeah, like World Cup Richarlison. Just different gravy.
Yeah, he's back.
Okay, I'll group my 2 then. The people at home will know, if you watch a lot of this channel, you know Will Hughes for me is my like prodigal son when it comes to underrated players. You know, proper Brexit midfielder, just like he is the bank. If you want to put a multi on any football match, whack on a Will Hughes yellow card any time, because that thing is like nailed on. But he's so good in like the fact he's so physical and at times ugly. Watch, he's still really good in the football. Yeah. Plays around pockets. I think him with Wharton is like they've just lifted each other up. Like Wharton's sort of embraced the physicality and the shithousery of Hughes, and Hughes sort of picked up the 1 touch, 2 touch of Wharton. So they've just gelled so well. I think Will Hughes, it was massive at Watford when they went down. Then joined Palace, and I thought he'd get lost with all those sort of other midfielders they had, but they sold him all off, and they said, "No, Will Hughes is the guy," and he's worked.
Funny enough, you don't. Maybe this is like a recency thing, but you don't think of Palace as like having those physical midfield. You think of them as having like tricky mids, but that's exactly what they need, and they've obviously had it for a while.
They've got combative, like Munoz, as much as he is a tricky attacking player, he's also very physical. Tyreek Mitchell is a prime example of can look very good on the ball and just sliding into challenges, but he's also very physical and aerially and stuff like that as well.
No, you're right.
And I watch Palace week in, week out because I love just the way they play, and It's always important in that midfield area. So I've got him, and then my final player, is Yassin Ayari. Everyone talks about Belieber, everyone talks about Hinshelwood, and everyone else at Brighton. Yassin Ayari's a package, man. He's very, very good.
I will have to apologise then, because I'm pretty sure the other night when he scored, someone asked me who scored, and I said, "Oh, no one important." So, and then I looked up in the morning and I was like, "Oh, that's maybe a bit."
Maybe that's why he's underrated.
Yeah,
maybe that's why he's underrated. No, I think when everyone talks about Brighton, what was it last year? It was João Pedro. Years prior, Cook and all these guys, and they've all got the moves. They've all got the big money next to their names for future sales. No one said anything about Yassin Ayari yet, and I think he's maybe more important than Belieber in this current Brighton team.
I think he's hard to say. Maybe he's earning his half a bit more than Belieber.
Yeah,
I think that's probably the trajectory.
Yeah. He might not be as good as Belieber. I think in this team, in terms of his importance, I think he's very high up on the list for them. So I've got him in there as my final underrated player. All right, to finish us off, like we do every single week, our 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 votes for the MVP. I mean, the guests list right now is being led by João Pedro. And I think, let me quickly get this up before we start.
Not getting any
not getting any votes this week.
Not getting any flowers this week.
My current leader is Semenyo on 6 votes, and the guest leader is João Pedro on 9 votes.
Yeah,
and it makes a bit of sense there with that happening. Do you want to go your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Then I'll do my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So one vote, Martinelli.
Yeah, makes sense.
2, Matty Cash with the absolute
banger.
I don't think other sports do this, but in the sports I played growing up, you have this stat of like earning fouls, but getting someone carded is like, or getting someone like out of the game is very big in like your rugby, your water polo, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
To draw a serious foul, you sort of go, oh, he's a victim, but also like pat on the back, like you might have won us the game.
Yeah.
And I think that earns them some points.
Yeah,
and flowers.
I love that.
Then I've gone a Wobie with 3.
Yes.
Stack with 4, and then Grab with 5.
Well, we got a very similar list then.
Yeah.
I had one difference. I went Tyreek Mitchell, 1 vote.
Fair enough.
Decent goal.
Tell you what. That.
And this is the guy that I think is a little bit questionable going forward. Some of the crosses I see week in, week out, I'm like, not sure about that. But look, he has been a stalwart in this Crystal Palace side, so good defensively, and the output's slowly coming with him. Because Munoz has been the guy, right? Yeah. FPL owners know about it. Yeah, he gets assists, gets goals. Yeah. But if Mitchell adds goals like this into his game, well, boy, we're in for a big season of Crystal Palace. That was a great finish and a winning goal in the end. So Tyreek Mitchell, 1 vote. Martinelli for me, 2 votes. I've taken a little bit of non-Prem context here because he scored the winner midweek in Champions League as well. I'm like, that gets you an extra vote. You can get 2 for that. I've pulled a shit ass one there. I was like, I'll give you one because I still reckon he forgot his Brazilian passport the last 18 months. So he must have found it and remembered he's a Brazilian footballer. So he's got 2 votes. Great winner. Oh, not great winner. Equaliser. They celebrate like a fucking winner last night. Tell you what. Iwobi 3. I wrote down prime Iwobi of last season. A goal and assist. Like you said, the build up for the assist. And again, another quality finish with the goal. Prime work for Iwobi there. Stack for me got 4. So close to putting him 5 just because, he's my boy. But
Importance and technique of...
Oh, finish though.
Yeah. But you kind of look at Gravenberch.
But you look at Gravenberch. And talk about technique and
finishes.
We have Gravenberch 1 goal, 1 assist. Stack 1 goal, 1 assist. Iwobi 1 goal, 1 assist. Like, these 3 can put them really in any order because they all impacted their games. But it's just the context of Liverpool. Big side, Saturday midday fixture. Everyone's watching it. He did that against their rivals. 5 votes. Yeah. So it itself. Right, So our 5, 4, and 3 are the same. Martelli both features for us. Yeah. And I have Tyreek Mitchell in there as a point of difference, I guess.
Yeah. I've looked it up. Matty Cash, 0.02 XG.
0.02.
That's very unexpected. Some way say.
Still to this day, Robin Rose. I don't know what bro's hands are doing. Winning. But hey, good. Wait, the most important goal for the season. That's their first and only one yet. So he'll win goal of the month. What a finish from Matty Cash. And what a finish there for us. Good pod, or good review show, sorry. another week of Prem to come, and then I think pretty sure it's international break again.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So get sad again, people. There's nothing else to watch on the weekend. So we're one more week, break that one down, then we're due for another break. But it's been really, really good for you guys joining us. Thanks for jumping on, man.
No problem.
Good
Happy
out,
to be here.
turning it around despite Chelsea dropping points on the weekend.
We didn't speak.
We didn't make it.
about
We avoided that topic very quickly.
It's
because I don't want to get over the top after one win. So I'm just keeping it. Under
well
wraps.
deserved win,
We'll take
especially 10 versus 10.
We still lost 10 versus 10. Amrin keeps his job for another week. Well done, Amrin. With that being said, guys, please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Check out some of the content that come up midweek with the clips as well. Until next time, guys. Until next Monday. We'll see you guys later.